Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Monroe Athletic Complex. Our second game of our doubleheader today. Now it's time for the men's basketball team to take on Baltimore City Community College and their men's basketball team as we get things started. We just heard the starting lineups, and it starts now with the Mustangs on offense. Mejia, Sanders, DeVere Palmer Jr., Washington, along with Ryan Williams Jr. And they call a foul on the floor.
The foul is on number 21, Kiewicz. It's his first, team's first.
Kiewicz. Call for the first personal. Ball moving around. Ron Williams Jr. to Eric Mejia. Mejia inside to Trey Washington. Off glass is good. Right now, Ifani Lewis at the guard. Lewis now at the top, getting the screen from Slyer, and he lost the handle. DeVere Palmer Jr. by himself, and he misses the dunk.
Foul is on number 10, Ryan Williams Jr. It's his first.
So Ryan Williams Jr. picks up his first personal foul. Starters are Lewis, Marquise DeLahey, Gottwich, Isaiah Reed, and Slyer Arbitrate are the five for Baltimore City Community College. Baltimore City coming in this one on a 3-game losing streak. Driving inside, Euro stepping his way, using his length, no good from Gottwich. Foul called on Washington, his first personal, team second. Panthers coming this one 13-12 overall in the season on a 3-game losing skid. Lost their last game against Montgomery Community College 94-77. As this one's met at the rim, Trey Washington watches as he misses the dunk. Trey Washington watched Isaiah Reed miss the dunk. Washington just flew by. And that's how Washington plays, with almost reckless abandon. And this one, Lewis just hit off the back of Ryan Williams Jr. to get this one in. Lewis, pump fakes. To Gottwich. Back to Gottwich on the near side. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Gottwich driving inside. Wild shot inside also, and foul on the drive.
Foul on number 13, DeVere Palmer Jr.
Foul called on DeVere Palmer Jr. I believe Gottwich will shoot 2 free throws, and he will.
At the line shooting 2.
Gottwich, and their last timeout against Montgomery, even in the loss, he had a double-double, 17 points and 10 rebounds. First shot is good. Gottwich shooting 67% from the charity stripe this year as he knocks down both. The 6'8" freshman. Sanders back to Mejia. They get it past the timeline. Mejia loses the handle for a brief moment, gets it back, now swings it to Sanders. Mejia at the M logo for the Mustangs. Being pressured heavily by DeLahey. Ryan Williams Jr. gives it to Sanders off the curl. Sanders inside, lost the handle for a brief moment, shoots it with the left hand, no good, fighting for the rebound. Slyer comes down with it. Lewis, skip pass ahead, nearly stolen from Ryan Williams Jr., crashes into the side. Slide. Inside, and the layup in from Isaiah Reed, the 6'10" freshman. This game today, ladies and gentlemen, has great playoff implications, and it could determine where both teams are placed later on. Pull up is good. Ryan Williams Jr. from 15 feet out in the corner. Set, shot, fired, no good from Slyer. Inside, Ryan Williams Jr., DeVere Palmer Jr. He's fouled on the shot attempt under the basket.
Fouls on number 0, Marquise Delahaye. It's his first. Team's
Marquise Delahaye picked up his first personal. The freshman from Northwestern High School had a great game in their last game against Montgomery. 24 points, 2 blocks, and 2 steals as Jordan Sanders right there. Nice play from the Mustangs to take the lead by 2, 6-4. Here's Lewis using the slide screen. Finding a man under the basket. No foul call. Arbitrate inside, missing at point-blank range, and rebounded by Washington. 2 times under the basket. Isaiah Reed has been there. Practice shot. Jordan Reed, no good. Ryan Williams Jr. for the putback. Tried it. 3 different attempts from Ryan Williams Jr. on the offensive rebound. He puts it in. Ryan Williams Jr., known for being a skywalker, that time using his athleticism to put it in. Albitrat straight on 3, left it short, rebounded by Mejia. Mejia racing up the floor. Using the Trey Washington screen. Nice pass inside. Washington just couldn't handle the pass.
Panthers basketball. Checking in for the Panthers, number 13, Anthony Baker.
Slyer Albitrat takes a seat. Anthony Baker into the game. And Fonnie Lewis with the basketball down. His team down by 4. Delay. Step back. Long 2 is good. 0-on-0 action as he was able to get that shot over Mejia. Sanders gets it at the half court. Sanders quickly double team. Gives it to DeVere Palmer Jr. Squares and shoots and hits. Shot from Delahaye, no good. Skied for the rebound is Ryan Williams Jr. Picks up his dribble, goes cross court. Sanders in the corner for 3. Can't hit, too strong. 0 for 2 now from 3-point range. And right off of the foot, and a turnover from Gottwich.
Checking in for the Panthers is
Number 1, the 1 checks in for the Panthers. And an interesting name, and would wonder of the story behind the name. We were told unofficially that the reason an alley-oop pass to Washington didn't go the way that they planned, but able to just tip it in. But the reason that we heard that the 1 changed his name originally was because he had a longer name. Now, on the reasons why he chose the 1, we don't know. And we may forever not know. Crossover move inside and fouled on the drive was Marquise Delahaye.
The fouls on number 4, Jordan Sanders.
Sanders, he picks up his first personal. Looking to check into the game for the first time tonight, David Uma Imitu, a freshman from Nigeria, at the scorer's table. At the line, Marquise DeLehe, averaging 14 points along with 3 boards, shooting almost 50% from the field.
Checking in for the Mustangs.
Shooting 42%, rather 67% from the free throw line this season. Sanders takes a seat. David Umahamitu comes in. Second shot is good, and DeLehe would take a seat. Bryson Spruill, the freshman from Fort Meade High School, comes into the game for the first time. Ryan Williams Jr. skies for the slam. Again, we know he's a Skywalker that time, showing his athleticism. The one kicks out in the corner. Spruill almost turns it over. Great footwork inside. Isaiah Reed tried to kick it back out. David Umahamitu gets the steal, and he turns it right back over. Inside and trying to jam it home as it hit the top, and it'll be last touch, they say, by the Mustangs. So the Panthers will regain possession as Anthony Baker tried to put 3 different Mustangs on a poster. The Panthers are 13-12 into this season, but they played some tough games, and the reason that their schedule, well, the losses that they picked up pretty much over the season, they've lost a lot of close games throughout the year. One-possession games. Ryan Williams Jr. gets the tap, fighting for the rebound. Going back to get it is Lewis. Shot clock reset, and they're finally go to the backcourt after the touch. Lewis picks up his dribble at the feet. And Baker trying to stay in bounds. Baker able to just somehow keep himself upright. 13 seconds left to go on the shot clock. The one at the top. The one looks back at his coach. The one. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Far side. Step back. Has to throw it up, but not even able to get a shot off, and it's a shot clock violation. Bryson Spruill in the corner. Nothing to do. And after that turnover and rough possession, the Panthers want to talk it over. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. As we were talking about for the Panthers, they've lost a lot of close games throughout their season, one-possession games, and they've won some close ones. Games that really could have gone either way. Case in point, their loss on December 14th, Eastern Arizona, losing that game by 1, 75-74. Also against Prince George's Community College, game that came down to the wire. Final score from that one, 67-59. They did play Monroe earlier this year, and they did beat Monroe. So Monroe's looking for the tie. That's why this game is so important to have the season tie. Baltimore won that one 66-61, but again, a game that could have gone either way. And then just a few games ago, they lost on February 12th against Hartford Community College by 1, 61-60. Again, games that are decided by moments and also just certain possessions that could have gone their way. But this is a team that is playing right now that you don't really see them being pretty much a 500 team. This is a team that plays hard, that in any situation things could have went their way. Their record could be totally different. Eric Mejia here after the timeout. Mejia, contested jumper is good. Eric Mejia gets on the board for the first time tonight, coming off of a 12-point game, 9 rebound and 3 assist performance against Lackawanna. He completely dominated Lackawanna, 103-56 here at home. The one on the far side. The one driving, shooting, getting the block was Trey Washington. And last touch by the Mustangs, and it'll be Panthers basketball. Fakir Mosley comes in along with Riley Dunn and Ryan Williams Jr. back into the game. In for the Panthers is Gottwich. They give this one back out to Slya. Albatrat also comes back in. And kick ball by Riley Williams Jr. So it'll stay here. Slya Albatrat also comes in. Under the basket once again is Lewis on the far side. Lewis finds Albatrat. Albatrat back out to DeLehe. DeLehe passes to the one, to Lewis. A lot of handoffs, have to get something going inside. The one here at the top, shadowed by Fakir Mosley, who just checked in. Getting the screen from Albatrat. Albatrat, quick pass and shot clock violation as the Panthers were not aware of it. That's the thing with the Panthers. They're playing hard, just not smart. Have to be aware of certain situations. Fakir Mosley goes back to get the basketball. Passes hat. Ryan Williams Jr. inside again. Can't get that shot to go. And here comes the one racing up the court. Waits for his teammates. Goes between the legs. Now behind the back. Crossing over. Picks up his dribble. Albatrat thought about it. Now shoots it. That one no good. And a strong rebound would have been from David Uma Amitu. But they say last touch by him as he was hit in the back. But it'll stay Panthers possession. Coming into the game for the first time today. As we don't have his jersey number on our sheet. Ryan Williams Jr. keeps this one alive after the steal. Ahead, DeVere Palmer Jr. loses it for a brief moment and lays it up with the left hand. Don't have number 22 on the roster that we were given. So we'll make sure to get a license plate for him in just a brief moment as one of our directors in Joe is working diligently to find that out. DeVere Palmer Jr. stops, pops, and rims in and out. 22 with the rebound. Next break, we'll make sure to get that information to you. About 10 minutes have passed by this first half as we're 13 seconds away from the halfway point in this first half. 22 on the far side. Now to DeLehe. DeLehe getting the screen from Gottwich. Takes a long three-pointer, drills it from way beyond the arc. Marquise DeLehe shooting 33% from three-point range this season. Cuts the deficit now to 8. Quick pass, far side. David Uwamatu trying to respond, and he can't. Hit side backboard. Lewis orchestrating the offense, taking his time. Driving inside, one-legger, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Ryan Williams Jr. Oh, splits his defender. Alley-oop pass, couldn't get in the air, but either way, laying it up it is. David Uma Amitu, an assist is an assist either way. Monroe takes a 10-point lead with 9:19 left to go in the first half. Timeout taken from the Panthers as they want to talk it over as they're down 10. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex, Lloyd Wilson with you as the Mustangs lead this one by 10. Finally got a license plate for number 22 for the Panthers. It's indeed number 22 is Thomas Duwash. So finally got a name for the number. Here's Lewis driving inside, wide open man for the flush. DeLehe. Fakir Mosley. Swinging around. David Uma Omitu. Too strong. Just off the mark. Here's Lewis. Lost the handle. Fakir Mosley nearly with the steal. And Lewis retreats and backs it up. In the corner. Three-pointer is good. Gowich in the corner from three. And he shoots 44%. Can't leave him open. He cuts the deficit now to 5. Fakir Mosley responds with a three of his own. Mosley coming off of just a 5-point game against Lackawanna. Duich inside, lost the handle. And Riley Dunn, who just came back into the game, or just came into the game after that timeout. Looks like they're going to get the foul. Or there's going to be a jump ball.
Fouls on number 23, Isaiah Reed. It's his first, team's third.
So actually, they are going to call Duich for the personal, so he gets his first personal foul. Here's Fakir Mosley, orchestrating the offense. Gives it to Mejia on the far side. Pass fakes. Mejia to Mosley. Mosley hop-stepping inside and has it stripped from behind and then foul.
Fouls on number 1, Fakir Mosley. It's his first.
Fakir Mosley gets called for the personal.
There's number 1, the 1, and number 11, Bryson Spruill.
The 1 comes back into the game for Duich. And Lewis takes a seat also. Spruill comes into the game along with Isaiah Reed. Inside and just turning the ball over after leaving his feet. Inside, Quing Fong Pong. He's hit in the face and he might be,
Fouls on number 11, Bryson Spruill.
as he is,
Team's fourth.
as he's reaching for his mouth, might be bleeding just a little bit. So Quing Fong Pong is going to meet with the athletic trainers. So Devere Palmer Jr. will check in, more likely for Quing Fong Pong. So we'll see.
13, Devere Palmer checks into the game. He will shoot 2 free throws.
So we have to see how that plays out, because if you're not able to shoot the free throws, you may not be able to come back into the game. But we'll fact check that for sure, as the first shot from Devere Palmer Jr. is good. But I highly doubt that, because head coach Jeff Brustad would have more likely not made that decision if that were the case. So we'll fact check that as Devere Palmer Jr. knocks down 2. So on the last broadcast, I said it was sophomore day for both men's and women's. It was actually just for the women's. The men's sophomore day will come later on in the season, as this one was just a wild attempt and a turnover. DeVere Palmer Jr., Euro stepping inside, left hand is good. And in transition, poor transition defense, but missing the dunk was DeLehe. DeVere Palmer Jr. gets it past half. Cross-court pass to Mejia. Fakir Mosley sets, fires, can't knock it down. Riley Dunn tried to track it down. Panthers slow it down with 6:23 left to go in the first. The one, shadowed by Mosley. Gottwich at the top, looking for someone to pass to. It goes to DeLehe. A pass to Spruell. Fadeaway shot, no good. Gottwich, offensive rebound, punched at the top from David Uma-Imitu. Eric Mejia slows it down. Driving inside. Clutches, can't get it to go. David Uma-Imitu right there. He misses the layup. And Gottwich with the rebound. A lot of contact down low. First with Mejia, and then with Imitu, no foul call. Spruell to Gottwich at the top. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. DeLehe uses the screen. Pulls up in front of Imitu, and he drills it. Marquise Delahaye is having a great game thus far. His team still down by 8. Eric Mejia tries to respond, and he does. Eric Mejia and the Mustangs have to talk it over. Even after the bucket, head coach Jeff Brewstad needs to have his team lock in defensively. 29-18, 4:57 left to go in the first half. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex, Lloyd Wilson with you. Head coach Jeff Brewstad want to talk it over with his team, more likely on the defensive end. Slaya Alpatrit back into the game for the Panthers, along with Trey Washington, Jordan Sanders, and Ryan Williams Jr., who just newly inserted, goes inside, and he's stripped. It'll stay Mustangs basketball. And for the Panthers, back into the game, Anthony Baker. Spruell stays out there. And then Lewis also back into the game. Inbounding it under the basket on the far side. DeVere Palmer Jr. fades, shoots. Left it short. Trey Washington there to get the rebound. Trying to kick it out. He does. DeVere Palmer Jr. hop steps inside. Trey Washington and jump ball on the way up. Trey Washington not happy with the call. But it'll be Panthers basketball in their possession. Next one will go to the Mustangs. Here's Lewis now for the Panthers. His team down by 9. Lewis, hand off to Spruell. Spruell. Delahaye. Oh, try to thread the needle inside. Stolen away from the Mustangs. DeVere Palmer Jr. on the attack. Euro stepping, banging bodies, and finishing at the rim. DeVere Palmer Jr. Lewis. Airmailed it. Last touch, they say, by the Mustangs.
Possession stays with the Panthers. Checking in for the Panthers is number 1, the 1.
The 1 checked back in for the Panthers. Albitrat as it blocked, but goaltending.
Goaltending violation.
Jordan Sanders gets it past half. Now to Mejia. Mejia driving inside. Has his defender fall down in Anthony Baker. And Mejia gets the tough floater, using his muscle that time to get through. And the Mustangs starting to put a little run together. The 1 got Sanders off of him for a brief moment. Hand off to Spruell. Spruell driving inside, banging down low with Sanders, and foul will be committed on the floor. Foul will be committed on Jordan Sanders. Second personal. Team 6. Spruell to inbound it in the short corner. Albitrat swinging around the timeline, finds Delahaye. No good. Trey Washington with the rebound. Mejia racing up the floor. Going inside. Picks up his dribble. Cross court. Jordan Sanders for 3. Can't get it to go. 0 for 3 from three-point range. Struggling shooting the basketball early on in this game. Spruell inside. Reverse layup. Can't get the jelly to go. Inside is Anthony Baker. Loses the handle. The 1 on the ground for it. Rather, Ryan Williams Jr. and Mejia on the ground.
Fouls on number 10, Ryan Williams Jr. It's his second.
So Ryan Williams Jr. will pick up the personal,
Checking in for the
his second personal.
Pedro Schulman.
Pedro Schuldman.
At the line shooting 2 shots. Oh, sorry. At the line shooting a 1-and-1 is number 1, the 1.
The 1 at the charity stripe. He shoots 56% from the charity stripe, and he misses that one. Mejia. After Schuldman has checked in, Ryan Williams Jr. back to Mejia. Playing catch inside. Hanging and not finishing was Mejia, but here's the 1. Calming it down, Spruell. Near side wing. Brings it back out. Here's the 1, hand off to Delahaye. As we now have approached 2 minutes exactly left to go in this first half. Fadeaway shot from Albitrat is good. As foul from behind was Schuldman from Spruell.
Fouls on number 11, Bryson Stewart. It's his second, team's 5th.
Picked up the second personal.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 12, LeBaron Gordon. Also checking in.
LeBaron
21, Kuwich Gowich.
Gotwich checks in, along with number 12, LeBaron Gordon, for the first time tonight. Mejia. DeVere Palmer Jr. has it nearly stripped away, and it's stolen away. Here's Gordon. Gordon to Delahaye. Delahaye inside, flotation, no good. They're going to call offensive foul on this one.
Offensive foul on number 0, Marquise Delahaye. It's his second.
Marquise Delahaye picks up his second personal, team 6 personal foul, or team foul. DeVere Palmer Jr. Free throw line extended, and
Fouls on number 34, Albacila. It's his first, team 7th.
foul called on Sela.
Lewis at the line, shooting a 1-and-1 is number 21, Trey Washington.
Trey Washington at the line now. .120 left to go in this first half. Schuldman, Ryan Williams Jr. is not able to get the 1-and-1 with Trey Washington, but Ryan Williams Jr. is still there, down there fighting the 1 as he's bumped at the point of attack by Schuldman.
Fouls on number 2, Pedro Schuldman. It's his first, team's 8th.
Schuldman, guilty party.
At the line, shooting a 1-and-1 is number 1, the 1.
Knocks down the first of the 1-and-1. Second free throw is good from the 1. Eric Mejia racing up the court. He's fouled now on the drive. He'll go to the line for 2 of his own.
The foul's on number 1, the 1. It's his first.
Foul committed by the 1.
At the line, shooting 2 is number 0, Eric Mejia.
Eric Mejia knocks down the first one.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 22, Thomas Duach.
And he turns it over. Ryan Williams Jr. As we now enter 1 minute. Schuldman, reverse layup is good. Nice pass from DeVere Palmer Jr. Skip pass ahead. Slyer. And here's Lewis. Getting the screen from Gottwich. Slyer straight on. It's good.
3-point basket, Albacila.
Shot clock turned off. Game clock at 13 seconds and counting. Mejia at the Mustangs logo. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Driving inside. Ryan Williams Jr. is a good pull-up from Ryan Williams Jr. Contested, doesn't matter. Elevating and hitting at the end of the half, 39-27. As the Mustangs trying to fight to extend their win streak to 4, but more importantly, tie up the season series with the Panthers. Halftime, 15 minutes and counting. We'll be back after this intermission. The Mustangs lead this one 39-27. Getting ready for the second half here from Monroe Athletic Complex. Lloyd Wilson with you as we get set for the second half. And the Monroe Mustangs leading this one so far by 12. So we just got word because I wanted to double check and be sure. Quang Fong Pong can come back into the game even though he was scheduled to shoot free throws. He then left the game because we presume that he got hit in the face, so he was bleeding. So obviously the rule is that if you cannot shoot the free throw and someone does shoot it for you, then you cannot re-enter the game. However, I found out that this is not the case because they were able to do it within 20 seconds and less. So if need be, Quang Fong Pong can re-enter the game if head coach Jeff Brustad elects to put him in. Starters for the second half: Mejia, DeVere Palmer Jr., Trey Washington, Sanders, and Ryan Williams Jr. The one with Gottwich, DeLehe, Lewis, and Sela in the game for the Panthers. DeVere Palmer Jr., free throw line extended. Jordan Sanders, one dribble, doesn't use the screen. Ryan Williams Jr. makes sure his feet is behind the three-point line, can't hit. Rebounded by DeLehe. DeLehe at the top, pump fakes once, shadowed by Jordan Sanders. Goes between the legs, driving inside, reverse, oh, what a move, double clutch layup. What a move by Marquise DeLehe. Hands down, unofficially leading his team in scoring. Game, it's a 10-point difference. Wild shot inside, can't put it home, was Trey Washington fighting for it, and Gottwich comes down with it. The one on the far side, passing the timeline. They go to DeLehe, shoots the three, left it short, rebounded by Ryan Williams Jr., had Sanders sprinting up the court, but couldn't get the ball in his hands. Mejia, Sanders, off the curl, shoots the three, missing. 0 for 4 now from three-point range. DeVere Palmer Jr. with the reach-in foul is Lewis. Fonnier Lewis picks up his first personal. Mejia to Ryan Williams Jr. Mejia coming off the curl himself. Driving inside, retreat dribbles. Has the mismatch on, well, DeVere Palmer Jr. had it down low. Misfires on the three is Mejia. Gottwich to Sela. Sela down low, inside, lost the handle. Last touch, they say, by the Mustangs, and it'll stay Panthers basketball. 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 10-point game. Monroe has led it throughout the entirety of this game. Well, shouldn't say entirety, as the Panthers, they had a 4-point lead. It was 4-0 until the Mustangs were able to take the lead. So Panthers have only had the lead once in this game. Fonnier Lewis, your side short corner. Nearly close to the 5 seconds, and it is. 5-second violation is a turnover. Mejia. Hand off to Sanders. Ryan Williams Jr. at the top. He's always showed us why he's such a skywalker with an early jam. Oh, nice pocket pass. Tried to get to Trey Washington. Stolen away from the Panthers. Delahaye to Sela. Sela to Lewis. Lewis hop-stepping through. Nearly got away with a travel. Nice dump off down low, but then stolen away from Mejia. Mejia racing up the floor. DeVere Palmer Jr. One dribble inside. Stripped away. Great hands in anticipation that time from Delahaye. Delahaye inside. Now he's stripped from behind. Trey Washington back-to-back steals. It's now a 2-on-2 for the Mustangs. DeVere Palmer Jr. inside. DeVere Palmer Jr. on the back and forth. And then on one end, it is Marquise Delahaye under the basket, and he's clearly in some grimacing pain. So with that, his head coach walks over, and along with that, we'll take a quick step off with an injury timeout. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex, Lloyd Wilson with you as Marquise Delahaye is able to walk off on his own power, now walking over to the respective trainer here at Monroe University. Substitutions for the Panthers, as this one's a turnover, going right back to the Mustangs. Anthony Baker into the game, along with Ducic. So Ducic, Baker, and Sela, along with the one, are into the game. So Ducic, Lewis, Sela, the one, and Baker for the Panthers after the injury timeout. Here's the one, driving, and then pretty much kicked it to the scorer's table and back-to-back turnovers for the Panthers. Spruill into the game. Spruill. The Panthers' leading scorer is Gottwich with 10 points. Rather, it's Marquise Delahaye. He leads the team in scoring with 14. And finally, a three-point shot for Jordan Sanders is able to knock down. Before that, he was 0 for 4 from three-point range. Jordan Sanders coming off of an 11-point game against Lackawanna. Ducic inside and bumped from Washington.
Fouls on number 21, Trey Washington. It's his third, team second.
Washington now has 3 personals. Has to be careful down low.
Checking in for the Mustangs.
As Riley Dunn comes into the game. Pass fake from Lewis. Sela. Fadeaway shot. I'm not sure if he knew if the shot clock, he still had a little bit more time. DeVere Palmer Jr. attacking the rim, and they say he was stripped. Possession stays with Mustangs. Mejia under. He goes the short route. Sanders under the basket. Sanders gets it back out. Riley Dunn spinning and winning with the hook shot. Mustangs really starting to separate themselves as they're up nearly 30. That's two mistakes I made. Not 40, not 30, but just 20. Sanders picks up his third personal. So he's also now in foul trouble. As we're only 5 minutes into the second half. As this is why I exactly wanted to double check. Quing Fong Pong is looking to check in. Is he at the scores table? He recently was checked out of the game in the first half due to an apparent maybe nosebleed unofficially.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 23, Isaiah Reed, and number 1, the 1. Checking in for the Mustangs, number 33, King Fong Kong, and number 34, Monroe Mustangs.
Manuel Peral, who was 2 points away from tying his career high in points in their game against Lackawanna. Missed the three-pointer as the Mustangs were actually going this same way in the second half of that game, and he could have had a new career high in points. But he's into the game now, getting some quality minutes. His team up 16. They go down on Riley Dunn swinging around the timeline. Eric Mejia inside, try to dump it off to Ryan Dunn, or the Riley Dunn, and last touch by the Panthers. Substitutions again for the Panthers were Isaiah Reed and the 1. Everyone else still out there. Ducic is also still out there. Mejia goes to Ryan Williams Jr. Mejia. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gives it to Peral in the corner for 3. Can't knock it down. Riley Dunn fighting for it. And this one deflected away. The 1 with the steal. Goes upstairs and gets the finish over Ryan Williams Jr. Mejia to Peral. Ryan Williams Jr. in the corner. They dump it down low to Riley Dunn. Rather, the Quing Fong Pong had it stripped from behind. The 1 inside and back-to-back finishes from the 1. Eric Mejia. And with back-to-back turnover possessions, 46 to 34. Deficit was nearly at 20. Now is back down to 12. Head coach Jeff Brewstad not pleased with his team. So we'll take a quick step off as they take this full timeout. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex. Merrick Mejia. Out of the timeout, Parole to Ryan Williams Jr., Quing Fong Pong also out there. They go down low to Riley Dunn, nearly lost the ball. Mejia has to get out of the corner, and he does. 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Parole, bounce pass. Inside, Mejia can't finish. But it's offensive foul. Do they say it's an offensive? No, they just say out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs. Here's the one. His team down 12. Nearly down 18. A brief moment to go. The one turns, fires, can't hit it, but right there hitting and getting the hoop plus the harm. Isaiah Reed has been struggling down low, missed a few dunks in that first half, but he got fouled, but also made the bucket at the line for one more. Fakir Mosley looks to check in, and he does. Comes in for Eric Mejia. Ryan Williams Jr. instead will take a seat. Shot's no good. Quing Fong Pong on the rebound after the missed free throw from Reed. Quing Fong Pong at the top, nearly stolen. But then getting the reach-in foul was Thomas Dukic. So Duwatch with the reach-in. Parole goes to Riley Dunn. Near side, short corner, extended. Riley Dunn, strong move, inside. Can't get the basket, but gets the whistle and will go to the line. Isaiah Reed picks up his second personal.
At the line to shoot 2 is number 5, Riley Dunn.
Riley Dunn shooting 82% from the stripe. Knocks that one down. As the second one can't hit. Duwatch to the one, inside, and jamming it home is Isaiah Reed. Mejia, off balance shot, Quing Fong Pong under the basket, he can't get it. Kick out, Mejia is in the corner. Riley Dunn stepping through, left it short with the left hand. The one with the rebound, it's a foul either way that goes to the Panthers. Quing Fong Pong picks up the foul. And right now, the Panthers playing with a little bit more pep in their step. Down 9. The one, Spruell getting the screen from Sela. Kick out to the one, back to Spruell. Spruell calling for the play. There's also was pretty poor. He shot 1 for 10. He's 1 for 5 today. Mejia struggled from three-point range. He hasn't shot one today, but he was 1 for 5 in that game earlier. And then this one is a steal from Spruell. Spruell inside, left hand is good. And now it's a 7-point game. 11-17 left to go in the game. for the Mustangs in their first meeting this year. They scored 24 points in the first half and 37 in the second. Again, it was a game that came down to the wire as the Mustangs lost by 5. And this one's a tough move. And finally, getting a bucket in the last, 3 minutes was Fakir Mosley. Mustangs were struggling offensively. The one picks up his dribble. Jordan Sanders looking to check back in. Duwatch to Spruell. Spruell driving inside, dumps it down low to Reed. Sewell crossing over. Duwatch rolls off the body of Riley Dunn. Mejia inside and misses the layup. Fakir Mosley has it, fouled under the basket. It's not that in the first meeting between these two earlier this year that the Mustangs were outscored in the second. They were outscored in that first by 6 points, and they ended up losing the game by 5. Part of that was the poor shooting, as from three-point range, they were only shooting 12% and shooting 21% from the field. Here today, especially in the second half, you started to see Baltimore City making it hard for some of the Mustangs to score. Deep rotational decisions here for Baltimore City. Lewis and Marquise DeLeje, who was out due to an injury, has missed pretty much the good portion of this second half. He went down earlier in this second half. Also back into the game is Gottwich. Fakir Mosley knocks down 2 free throws. This ball springing around. Gottwich. DeLeje off the bench. Drills a 3. His first points since he was out of the game towards the beginning of this second half. Comes down and knocks down a big 3. Here's Mejia, fades, and nice push shot from Eric Mejia. Goes back up to a 10-point game. Quing Fong Pong. Right there defending DeLeje. Jab steps, takes it. Spruell for 3, is good. Baltimore City not going away just yet. Mejia to Dunn, to Mosley, to Pong, around the cylinder. Fakir Mosley asking for the screen, uses it, gets the switch that he wants. Quing Fong Pong, long 2, is good. Trails it. Jeff Brewstad wants to talk it over with his squad as he's not liking the defensive rotations. He's right now laying it into his team as his team is up 11. Rather, his team is up only 9. 8:55 left to go in the game. We'll be back after this timeout. After that timeout, head coach Jeff Brewster wanted to talk it over with his team, and more likely is not happy with the defensive lapse they've had in the last few possessions, which have led to 3-pointers. Gottwich inside, fouled hard at the rim.
Fouls on number
Foul called on Quing Fong Pong, second personal. 6-team foul with 8:40 left to go in the game. Mustangs have to be careful. Gotwich drills the first. Gotwich shooting again, 67%. As he nails both of them. In the game before, Gotwich only had 5 points as their leading scorer, and Mejia tried to reverse layup, and it's like he was hit on the wrist.
Number 23, Isaiah Reed. This is third.
Isaiah Reed picks up the foul, third personal. Baltimore City now with 5 team fouls as Eric Mejia at the line. Mejia leading the team in scoring with 15 points. One of the best shooters from the free throw line, right next to Riley Dunn, around the 80s. Dunn at 82 and Mejia at 80. Knocks down both. Gotwich falls down, turns the ball over. Great defense that time from Quing Fong Pong. Fakir Mosley picks up his dribble, trying to find someone to pass to, gets it to Sanders, now to Mejia. Mejia pushing the pace, spinning, hanging, finishing. Eric Mejia. Here's Lewis trying to create space, spinning was Delahaye. Gotwich. Spruill. Knees go down to the floor. Spruill goes behind the back. Great move. Inside, reverse. Blocked at the rim. Quing Fong Pong. Delahaye can't get it. 2 players going down to the ground for it. Sanders bodies at it. Sanders and Reed, both players having the ball. Sanders comes up with it, and he's smiling.
Double technical foul has been called on number 4, Jordan Sanders, and number 23, Isaiah Reed.
So double technicals assessed to Sanders and Reed due to the extracurricular. Substitution as Sela comes into the game and Reed takes a seat. Substitutions being made. Jordan Sanders takes a seat. Ryan Williams Jr. comes back into the game. Fakir Mosley after the steal from the Mustangs. Fakir Mosley stares down, shoots. Quing Fong Pong on the rebound. Lewis with the steal. Spruill ahead. Delahaye inside. Blocked at the rim. A strong block and a foul from Ryan Williams Jr. as Delahaye is shaken up once again.
Fouls on number 10, Ryan Williams Jr. It's his 4th.
Ryan Williams Jr. now picks up his 4th personal. One more and his night will be done. Has to be careful with a lot of time left. 7-11. There's Delahaye. He's at the line. He's had the hot hand pretty much for most of the day. Hits the first one. Second shot is pure. Knocks down both free throws. It's a 9-point game. Delahaye is able to make the margin just a little bit smaller. Mejia asking for the screen. Rejects it. Snatches. Brings it back. Gets the switch. Quing Fong Pong in the corner for three. Too strong. Rebounded by Dunn. Dunn can't get the basket but gets fouled.
Fouls on number 3, Ifeanyi Lewis. It's his second, team 7th. At the line to shoot 2 is number 5, Riley Dunn.
First shot is good. Substitutions being made as Anthony Baker. He'll come in for Sela as the one looks to check in, and he does for Lewis.
Panthers, number 1, the 1.
The one, Spuel. Trey Washington looking to check back in. More likely for the last remaining of this game, and blocked from Riley Dunn. So it'll stay Panthers basketball. Trey Washington along with DeVere Palmer Jr. come back into the game. And Trey Washington has to be careful playing with those 3 personal fouls. The one in the corner. 3-pointer. No good by Delahaye. Mejia. Mejia driving inside. Double clutching. He wanted to get to Trey Washington, but was caught in midair. Last touched by the Mustangs. The one to Delahaye. Back to the one. Those two playing catch. Spuel driving, gives it, and finishing it right under the basket was Gottwich. Fakir Mosley. DeVere Palmer Jr. And the foul called on Anthony Baker. First personal. Team's 8th personal. Both teams at 8 personal fouls.
Fakir Mosley at the line shooting 1-on-1.
DeVere Palmer Jr. and Trey Washington trying to get each other on the same page. Fakir Mosley misses the 1-and-1. Both teams playing now with 8 personal team fouls. Both teams in the bonus. This stolen by Trey Washington. Aaron Mejia wisely not push the pace, and this one stolen away from Delahaye. Delahaye inside and throws up a shot and foul by Trey Washington. Trey Washington now picks up his 4th personal and one more, and his night will be done.
Trey Washington, it's his 4th, team's 9th.
It's moments like these that separate good teams and bad ones. Monroe is a really good team. Just has to find a way to stay locked in and not give this one and give life to the Panthers. First shot is good from Delahaye. Sela comes into the game. Anthony Baker takes a seat. Lewis looks like he's going to check in, and he does for the one. Spurwell also into the game. With that, timeout taken from the Panthers.
It'll be a
Full timeout taken from the Panthers. Mustangs still up 61-54. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex, Wood Wilson with you. Mustangs up in this one by 7. Fakir Mosley gives it to Trey Washington. Washington has the mismatch if he wants to use it. Nearly stolen away from Spurwell. Mosley goes, tries to do the pick and roll, but has it stolen away. And Ryan Williams Jr. somehow keeps it. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock. DeVere Palmer Jr. fades, shoots, can't get it, but fouled on the shot attempt. Sanders looking to check in as DeVere Palmer Jr. is looking to knock down 2 free throws. Hits the first one. Fakir Mosley takes a seat. Jordan Sanders back in. 4:36 left to go in the game. DeVere Palmer Jr. knocks down both. Far side, Spurwell. Still a good amount of time left. Going around on the curl was Lewis. Try to get it to Godwich. Nothing there for Sela. Great defense from Washington. 5 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Delahaye steps through, fade away, no good. Rebound, last touch by Ryan Williams Jr. Far side underneath the basket. Alley-oop pass, and they try to get it to Godwich, and denied by a slew of Mustangs. DeVere Palmer Jr. Gets it into Jordan Sanders. Sanders, double clutch, decides to bring it back out. Looks like he wanted to shoot it and even bring it into the rim. Mejia at the logo. Patiently waiting. Gets the screen from DeVere Palmer. DeVere Palmer Jr. Pulls, hits.
DeVere Palmer Jr.
Lewis goes inside. Had it stripped away for a brief moment. Sela in the corner for three. No good. Trey Washington with the rebound. And out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustangs.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 22, Thomas Duwatch.
Lewis gets into Sela. Delahaye shadowed by Mejia. Duwatch inside, floater, no good. And they get into DeVere Palmer Jr., not a Mejia. Mejia driving, kicking. In the corner for three. Sanders can't knock it down. Rebound, fighting for it. Both players on the same team fighting with each other for the basketball. And we'll see what the call is. We'll see if Jeff Brewster was able to get the timeout. From the look of it, it is.
Full timeout for the Mustangs.
Timeout taken by the Mustangs. Full timeout. After both players dove on the ground for it. Great hustle and a great way to keep possession by calling the timeout. Back here from Monroe Athletic Complex in New Rochelle, New York. The Mustangs lead this one so far by 11 with 2:34 left to go. Looking to close this one out to continue their win streak to 4. And on the other side, it would be the 4th game that the Panthers have lost in a row as well.
Panthers basketball.
Traveling violation on Eric Mejia. That's another turnover. Lewis on the far side, driving. Delahaye. Sela. Sproul. Go over the top, inside. Block from behind from Ryan Williams Jr. Inside and getting the friendly whirl was Duwatch. DeVere Palmer Jr. go inside to Mejia. Give it to Mejia. So we enter now 1:45 left to go. Jordan Sanders. Sanders. Now to Ryan Williams Jr. to Mejia. And a good pass attempt.
Possession belongs to the Panthers.
Let's see in the vision.
Panthers, number 23, Isaiah Reed.
We definitely saw the vision there. Just Trey Washington not able to get a hand on it. Panthers have to get going if they even want to come back into this game. 1:24, time is not on their side. Here's Lewis. Crossing over, going inside, kick out. Spruell for three is good.
Three-point basket, Bryson Spruill.
Here's Jordan Sanders. Gets it into Mejia. Mejia. Cross court. DeVere Palmer Jr. attacking the rim. Left is short. Gets his own rebound and then foul. As the officials telling both players to go to their bench as tempers flared between Ryan Williams Jr. and Thomas Duach. Waiting to hear the word from the scorer's table.
Personal foul, number 23, Isaiah Reed. That's his 5th, team's 10th.
So Isaiah Reed.
Technical assessed to number 21, Puig Gowich, and number 10, Ryan Williams Jr. That is Ryan Williams Jr.'s 5th foul, and the team's 10th.
So Ryan Williams Jr. got which. So Reed actually picks up his last foul. So he picks up his 5th, so he'll be done. Ryan Williams Jr. will also be done, but Godwich will pick up another foul. So both Ryan Williams Jr. and Reed's night are done. Godwich still out there as it was assessed 3 different technicals. DeVere Palmer Jr. able to knock down. Free throw. Second shot from DeVere Palmer Jr. is good. Mustangs lead by 8. Here's Lewis with the guard screen. Far side to Sela. Lewis goes inside, fades, can't hit, and rebound goes to Trey Washington. And the Mustangs, from the looks of it, can prevail and get out of here with their 4th consecutive W. Fakir Mosley. Fakir Mosley inside. Good pass inside. Reverse jam. Blocked at the rim by Duach. 15 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Lewis. Mustangs just trying to get out of here unscathed. And they say it'll stay with the Panthers. Nevertheless, the Mustangs are going to go on to win this basketball game. Timeout taken. Last one timeout by the Panthers. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here. So looking ahead for the Mustangs, and as they are able to get the season series split with this team, a team that is a tough Baltimore City Community College team. They had troubles with earlier in the season. They lost to them on the road, and they got the win here at home. Next game is also here at home against Covenant College Prep on Wednesday, and then March 1st against Division II ranked Montgomery College, ranked number 15, to finish out the season here at home. Again, in terms of playoff implications, who's hosting, who's not, a lot of the scheduling will come out early next week between Monday and Tuesday. But a case that definitely helped the Mustangs is they were able to split the season series with Baltimore Community College today, as the shot by Sela is no good. Foul committed on the floor. I believe Eric Mejia is the guilty party with 6 seconds left to go in the game. But
the foul is on number 0, Eric Mejia. It's his first.
First personal on Mejia, but either way it will lead to a 1-and-1 being shot by, I believe, Afane Lewis. With them going on this basketball game, it only helps their season totals overall. So they're now advanced to 21-7 on the season. A team that finished 23-8 last year, so they're pretty much on pace for the same record, or identical to it. If they're able to win their last 2 games and win them out, they'll have 23 wins exactly on the season. They will have just lost 1 less game, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the foul committed by Delahaye to just extend the game with 0.9 seconds. Half-court heave is no good, and that will do it. Final score here from Monroe Athletic Complex. 68-60, Mustangs win this one on both fronts. Women's win their game on sophomore day. The men's win this one in a highly contested one. Final score here from Monroe Athletic Complex, 68-60. From our entire staff here today, I'm Lloyd Wilson saying good night. Mustangs win.